Good evening, all IIF members and MMA members. And before start the program, I am requesting everyone to put your mobile on either silent mode or switch off, so that it will not be an interference for our program. We from IIF Chennai chapter have started management program last year in alliance with MMA. This is for this particular term. This is our first program. And we have interesting topic today in the name of management lessons from the world of cricket by our distinguished speaker Mr. Swaminathan from Chief People Officer KCP Group. I am sure everyone can relate this topic because we are all fond of cricket. I just remember the saying of Dhoni, this is a famous saying, the process is more important than the process. This is the quote many times it repeated many events. To start the program, I request our chapter chairman, Mr. V.K. Ramans, to welcome the gathering. Thank you.
Thank you, Sandil. Good evening, gentlemen, fellow Foundrymen. It's my immense pleasure to welcome you all for this wonderful program to be made by Mr. Swaminathan. We learned many management lessons through our education, or through our mentors, or through our bosses, through our well-wishers. But this topic is very different topic. When we float this topic to our council meeting, it was overwhelmed by all the council members. So cricket has three phases, whatever I know. Our earlier generation, they used to talk about the test match, first innings, second innings, follow on, all those things. Probably our generation talked both test match and one-day match. One-day match which was having 50 overs in a day. But this generation talking only 20-20 match. So what the next generation will talk, we don't know. Probably Sir will answer that question. So that's the generation gap happening on world of cricket. So how we can enhance our management capability through learning this present world of cricket. So in that context, I welcome you all, and I especially welcome our past chairman Mr. Dayalan, Southern Region, for this program, and as well as the Secretary of Southern Region for this program, Mr. Foundrymen Murugan. So please attend the program fully. You can raise your doubts or questions at the end of the program. Sir will be in a position to answer all the questions. Thank you. Now over to Senthil.
Now I request our SR Region Secretary Mr. Foundrymen Murugan to introduce the speaker to the gatherings. Thank you.
Good evening, fellow Foundrymen and friends from MMA. I have great immense pleasure in introducing Mr. Swaminathan, MS Swaminathan, who is the guest speaker for this today's session. He is an experienced HR professional with 27 years of experience, worked for major Indian and multinational organizations across a range of industries including cement, energy, steel, electronics, automobile, oil and gas. Worked with companies like Saipem, L&T, Tata Steel, Coal India, Suzlon Energy, India Cements and Ashok Leyland. His area of special expertise are strategic HR, balanced scorecard, performance management, coaching and mentoring, 360-degree feedback, leadership development, employee engagement and leadership in sports arena. His professional experience, that is a senior or top management positions. Say he started this thing with the 2002 to 14. He was with the L&T as a senior DGM HR. Then 2014 to 2017 in Saipem India as a GM HR and organization. Then 2018 to 2022 he was head HR for BGR Energy Systems. Then since 2022 December he has been with KCP Group as a Chief People Officer. He has got an educational background, bachelor's degree in engineering from College of Engineering, Gindi, Anna University, and postgraduate diploma in business administration from Ford School of Management, New Delhi. And professional development, he has got a management development program in IIF Bangalore, then process intervention for strategic HRM and change, Rouse School of Business, Michigan University, USA. He is a member of NHRD, National Institute of Human Resources Development, and he is a life member of NIPM. And he is interested, I think the topic which he has selected, the cricket. I think he has represented cricket team at all the level, right from school to district, university and company levels. And his area of interest is mentoring young students, managers, e-waste, blood donation and music therapy. I welcome Mr. Swaminathan to his this thing.
Good evening to you all. Nice to see you people gathering to this occasion. It's a learning for me to be in the Foundry. Way back 20 years back when I was in Tata Steel, used to be in the cocoa one. Okay, that's where we learned. I'm basically a mining engineer, so I was underground also, how the coal gets and how the iron ore gets into steel. And today when I go to my engineering unit, I'm very proud to stand in front of the hot furnace and get it. It's fantastic thing what you people are doing. Leave alone the other side, the software has taken the cream, but today anything related to ferrous or non-ferrous, if mining and foundry people are not there, it will not happen. Correct? So we are the front runners for all the industrial development. Okay. Now it's this topic, thanks the MMA and Indian Foundry Association to calling me to do this. It's I feel it should be an interesting one to you. That let me have an interactive session. Stop me anytime if have a lot of stories will be there at your level also. I collected some few points only. Cricket is a very big ocean. Today it has become a religion in India, right? Okay, everybody follows it. More than that, it gives as what Sunil Gavaskar says. If India win the match, the next day it's a fresh day, right? Everybody is so energetic, as if they had scored they got into a good college or got into IIM. That type of a feeling you get. The day you lose, the next day it's like a Monday blues. Okay, that's what it happens. So it has ingrained into each and every one. That's what Raman sir has told at the beginning. It has 3 phases. How far its future is going to come. Even book cricket is one phase, which we used to do when it was raining in our young days. Right? That's also another way of taking cricket. Cricket has gone inside us. And as a HR professional, I found during my training days that if you want to make people to learn, make them to feel and learn. Okay, relate it. So that's what it came some 15-20 years back when I started teaching people or making people learn. It's more of an experiential. Relate it to what is happening into a day-to-day world, and then you relate to your learning. That becomes very fast. When I drive, I have my son at the back and I teach him how the signals work. It's very easy for him. One day when I crossed, when it was amber, he told, first time in the life, my dad has broken the signal. So he has learned that, what is signaling. Okay. Now we move into this management lessons from the world of cricket. Okay. The lessons what I captured, you can go in any sequence what you want. Okay. Some of this what I took. Attitude. We all recruit people, right? We all are panel members. HR will be there, 2 technical people will be there. We keep on asking those questions, all the Carnot's theorems, the Bernoulli's theorem and everything when we interview graduate trainees, as if that we are the PhDs in that and make their life miserable. But what we want to take from people is, we select people for attitude. Skills and knowledge can be given. Trust versus authority, that's most important when you are all the managers or GMs, how we trust. One of my lieutenant is here, how I trust Mr. Pandian is most important, versus authority. That gives the leader out of box thinking. It's more of a management today. Everywhere people say that. Other thing is not about winning, playing the spirit of the game. How it is related to the corporate world, you will see how it is. It's not only getting a product sold or beating your competitor and getting your product sold. How ethical you are in doing your business, right? Then talent win games, but teamwork and intelligence win championship. You want to win a game or a championship? And how to get most from the young team. Today the average age in you go to your companies and feel it is getting reduced and reduced and reduced. How to get the things from the young team and how to be a leader. The leader's attitude is most important. Then leading from the front, staying ahead of your opposition, and you don't lose until it is finishing total. So these are some of the things. There is a huge plethora of things which you can put from the world of cricket, but some of the things which I took it. First we go to your attitude determines your altitude. Two people, if you want to say in Indian cricket, obviously one is Sachin Tendulkar, will say, correct? He is the god. Many people say that I saw God coming in number 2 down or number 4 in Indian 11, they say. Other is Kumble. Yes. What they both achieved? Highest wicket taker and highest correct? Okay, there is a saying in Tamil, Vilayam Payir Mulayale Theriyum. Correct? Hope everybody can get Tamil also. Okay, I will keep doing Tamil in between. So, I take you back to this first series between India and Pakistan when Tendulkar made his debut. Okay, he was hardly 16. Captain was none less than Krishnamacharya Srikanth. The first 3 test matches were drawn. I take you to the next, that will be very easy for you to see. These are the time in 1989 it was played. The first test drawn, second test drawn, third test drawn, and it comes to the 4th test. It's an insult for Pakistan to get matches drawn, that too against India in their home field. So when we go back, the 4th test was interestingly poised. In the second innings, okay, if you see that scorecard on the 4th test, it read like this. India played first, 324 they scored. Pakistan got all out for 250, hardly a 74%. But in the second innings, Indians were tottering. Where we were? We lost Srikanth, we lost Navjot Singh Sidhu, no, we lost Manjrekar, Azharuddin and Ravi Shastri. We were 38 for 4. Hardly a lead of 70. That means 108 for 4. Then they thought it is in their bag and easily we can win and score this one. Then it happened. Vakarinus was also making his debut there in 1989. He put a snorter. It hit Tendulkar in his nose and he was bleeding. Had he gone to take medication, what would happen? There would have been a bigger partnership between him and Navjot Singh Sidhu. Can we have the video?
है
16-year-old, 1989 debut, 3 matches he has played, highest score of 59.
एक दफा 50 बनाया Waqar Yunus. Again, Tendulkar, he doesn't like it quick at all. I think he may have taken that on the face. Take a look at it.
Actually, what happened? The ball.
Yes, he did.
The ball which he wants to duck hit his bat and went
Yes.
straight to his.
Off his bat, yes.
Yeah. To his face.
Light off. Okay. Yeah, now you can. So this is what has happened. Okay, had our friend Tendulkar has gone inside the pavilion, India would have got rattled for 80 odd, and they should have chased only 150. It would have been a cakewalk for Pakistan to do. What he told? Slide mode. Make a lega. Even Sidhu told Sachin, you can go and take rest. He told make a lega. So how many main kelega we used to see in our life? When you take a graduate engineers, put them into the foundry, okay, near the foundry, and in the hot place, what people do, okay, that's the attitude, right? So we call in HR parlance, competency is a function of skill, knowledge, and attitude. Skill you can gain, knowledge you can have, knowledge of foundry, the skill of putting the metal into that and getting it out, or methodology is called, right, how to put that, softwares are available. But if you don't have the attitude to stand near the hot furnace and get things done, that's what is most important. That's where you identify an young engineer, whether it's a diploma or a graduate or any trainee who has joined your company, the attitude. That's the attitude what Tendulkar exhibited in his debut, took him to the great heights. There were different occasions in which he has shown the attitude. 1998 Sharjah, the attitude is shown to win the match. To qualify, we need only certain runs. After qualifying, he was to go for the winning the match. Next day, he won the match, the Australasia Cup. So the attitude is most important. That's the lesson that we can get it from here. The next is what has happened after that. The match got drawn. First series which India didn't lose in Pakistan. All the 4 test matches got drawn. And Navjot Singh got the man of the match. The next is this scene. Have you people seen this match? Do you all remember? The broken jaw. Merv Dillon, he was promoted in the order. Kumble, we scored fantastically well in that match, India. It's an Antigua test match in 2002. And the test series was poised 1-1. Both India won one match and West Indies won. And India declared 5-13 for 9. And the pitch was turning. Then he got hit by Merv Dillon's bouncer. He was told, you can go back. He was supposed to fly back next day to Bangalore. But then he came. He started bowling. He took the wicket of Brian Lara. 14 overs continuously he bowled. See the statement of Vivian Richards. It was one of the bravest things I have seen on the field of play, said Vivian Richards. Though it didn't turn into an Indian win that time or a draw that time, but the attitude what he shown there, that created him into a big leader. There are many occasions in which Kumble has shown the attitude during the Perth test match, how he took the team in a different way to win the match in Perth. Okay. So these are the 2 stalwarts who shown the attitude. But there are other occasions in which many people with their Malcolm Marshall batted with the one single hand. Graeme Smith, he was having a bandage and he came to the wicket. Even Dhoni had a hit on his eye with the bail coming off, then he did the wicket keeping. So these are but at that young age to show that attitude. So what we can take from it is, look for the peoples when you take into the company, their attitude. Okay, there are many tests that you can have, which your HR can give a plethora of tests, how to find the right attitude of the people. Okay. Skill plus knowledge plus attitude gives competency. Skill and knowledge people can get it. Through your training you can do, knowledge can be imparted. Business knowledge people can have. The metallurgical knowledge people can have. The skill of getting the metal done can be done. But the attitude is the most important. That if you have that attitude in that people you see, you can train them. Next, trust versus authority. What we all do today, I became a manager, I have 3 to 4 people, I keep authority. Hey, come on, do this, do that. What will happen? You may get the respect because of your authority. But do you get the love? Can you become a leader? No. This is an example, solid example. You all know this. We won the T20. What happened just 6 to 8 months before this? We didn't qualify for the World Cup. Under the coach of Greg Chappell, the team got divided and it was a big problem. Then the young team won the T20 World Cup. You all know that we didn't have a coach in 2007. Lalchand Rajput went as a manager, tour manager. He is not a coach. Even in 1983 World Cup there was no coach, which you have seen the movie it would have got. Even Srikanth used to speak in many things. So what has happened was, the captain was the coach and his mantra is don't take tension. All along the first match it went for a bowl out. The next match with the South Africans and the sixers of Yuvraj Singh, everything, people know what they have to do. So the captain trusted the people's skills. He didn't have any authority. He didn't show any authority in the pitch. So this diagram you all remember, when you are a manager, if you want to become a leader, authority and trust doesn't work in this ratio. If you have trust, and authority is just to ensure that if something goes wrong, I am their boss. Okay. So the authority and the trust is most important. The lesson, the trust the people, guide them, motivate them, no need to coach. The famous Hawthorne experiment, if you are in HR parlance, if you see that, people do better when there is no supervision. Teach them, give them the materials, rest be assured. I have plenty of experience when I was in operations. I just tell my supervisors, boss, this is what I want at the end. More than what you require, it will come. That's a love. So trust versus authority is the most important. There was no coach in 2007. See all the youngsters, right? Everyone had the skill to win the match any time. And you had plenty of man of the match people there. Yuvraj, Dinesh Karthik, Harbhajan, everyone. Right? It comes, it's not all about winning, playing in the spirit of the game. Can anybody give some examples of this before I jump into this? You all know this match? A lot of elderly people are there. This is India versus England. We played the Golden Jubilee of BCCI in February 1980. It's a one test match. It has been played in Wankhede Stadium to commemorate. We call Victoria Jubilee Test match. This one. It was a fantastic match. India scored 242 in the first innings. Okay, and England were tottering. One end was Ian Botham playing. Bob Taylor was the other end. He was given out by the umpire. The then captain G.R. Vishwanath called him back. And then they put a big partnership, Botham and Taylor. And after that, in India's second innings, 149 got all out. England chased the fourth innings, 98, and they won. But what changed the match was GRV calling back Bob Taylor. Today, will it happen? Does anybody walk today?
We have one more instant. Courtney Walsh.
I'm coming, sir. That's a fantastic experience. Sir. The next couple of slides are there. Good. So, this is one of the test match that has been played to commemorate 50 years, right? Today, what it is? We don't. Where we lost. Going to your same Courtney Walsh, 1987. All the three World Cups, West Indies reached the semi-finals, finals, all the three finals they played. Here, three-time finalists didn't make it to the semis. You see the score lines. 216 West Indies scored of 49.3. 217, 9 wickets. The last wicket, Wasim Jafar was going up. Abdul Qadir was here. Had Courtney Walsh want to take the team into the semi-finals, he would have done it. He didn't. Had it done and even West Indies would have gone to the finals, will we be talking about it today? We will be talking because of the way in which Courtney Walsh didn't even do that. He could have won the man of the match, 4 for 40. So what did he do? This is called Mankadden, sir. Previously, what he says, if the person goes away from this one, you can hit the ball. Those days you have to pitch the ball and hit it. Had he done it, he would have got out. Pakistan would have lost the match. All the 10 wickets would have gone. West Indies would have walked in. Why he didn't do? He didn't do because of the sportsman spirit. He just gave a warning to him. The next ball was hit as a 4 by Abdul Qadir. Pakistan won the match. Had he did that, Mankadden, he would have got out and West Indies would have sailed in. So those days, it is called a gentleman game. Cricket was called as a gentleman game. Before we started, we have been discussing with our friend how it used to be gentle. It's considered as a game. Today, business is also considered as a gentleman, right? How far we do it? Couple of next slides will tell that what it is. So this is what we call business ethics. You would have seen advertisements of people copying and doing things. It's called a morality, responsibility, trust, behavior, principle, relationship. Had he done that, what would have been the relationship? After some years, Kapil Dev was done in South Africa, right? Yes. Then Ashwin has done it. See, today what it has become a competitive. It gives an edge for the runner to go in and get that one extra run. Those days it was played as a ethical way, a gentleman game, but it was not gentle. Next slide will tell that. So, do we follow in business this? Companies which does it. When we joined Tata's those days, we used to sign something called as a Tata Code of Conduct. Each and every one, the Tata people, we have to do that. Even the labor enforcement officer, he comes only during the tea time. That's the time I give tea to him. Rest nothing. Even it has been written what I can take, what I can give. Only a pen and a diary during the New Year. And the way in which the ethical way of doing business. Even in one time when the new Jharkhand government got formed, there was a huge iron ore deposit which was put into auction. They asked Tata Steel, give 250 crores and take it. Dr. Irani called everyone. We all told, sir, we all signed Tata Code of Conduct. We don't want. He told, that's what I expect from you people. Jindal took it. Still Tata's didn't go down. Today it's a bigger company than others. It's not that there is no shortcut. Follow the normal principles, still you can do business. The other one is very bizarre. It happened in 1981. Australia versus New Zealand. Those days Australia used to host tri-nations one-day internationals, and they go for 3 finals. So this is between Australia and New Zealand, 1-1 each, and the last they have to score 6 runs. Last ball. Greg Chappell asked his younger brother Trevor Chappell to bowl an underarm ball. Those days it was legal. That means you can just roll it out. You can see the video. Today you go to your home and see in YouTube, you can see the video. See the runner, how he is there. Everybody threw the bat. Trevor Chappell, Greg's younger brother, was bowling and a 6 would tie the game. 6 would tie the game and New Zealand will get automatically because of the league matches tally. So, he didn't want to even take a small risk. He wanted to do it, everything. So, thus today Greg Chappell is not respected in the cricket world. Not only for this, not only for India's debacle on the 2006 and 7 World Cup. So, for this, will you get respect? So, that's what again going back, the business ethics is the business essence, we get it. There is no shortcut. Do it may take some time. It will not break the relationship, it will bridge the relationship. You have your own principle, people salute you. That's most important, right? Business. So, you have seen 2 things when it changed. When GRV recalled Bob Taylor, then this one and Courtney Walsh. Today also Courtney Walsh is given a specific, this one, prize by ICC for this, doing that. After that, a lot of things came. Dhoni recalled the people who have been run out during the England match. So, the spirit of the game started into that. But still, it is a long way. Coming to the business point of view, how many of us does that? Today, there is a lot of scams which you have been hearing, right? People who never thought it will happen. Latest news is the HR people getting huge money in recruiting with their agencies. Yesterday's news, right? It happens. It used to happen previously also. It has come out today. Some 15 years back when we were putting an engineering center in oil and gas in L&T, one fantastic, we call consultants, we call those days. He came, discussed with me all the terms and conditions. End of the day, he told, Swami, what is your commission you want? I told, thanks a lot, you had your cup of tea and coffee, please move out. When we wrote, my head of HR, Mr. Yogeshna, was, please blacklist this. So, the ethical way of doing things. What it has happened to the people in TCS today, they all signed Tata Code of Conduct. What today it is. So, that's what. So, business ethics is what is most important. It's all not about winning. If it has to be won, GRU would not have called Bob Taylor. India could have easily won that and would have even lifted one-off test match. We beat the England, who are the founders of this game. We didn't. Courtney Walsh could have taken the team into the semi-finals, then he could have gone into the finals also. Probably they would have won the cup. In 87 also, they had a fantastic team and Richards was playing to this full of his form. So, they didn't. They respected the ethical part. Had Greg Chappell not done, today we would not have been talking bad about him. So, it's not all about winning, playing in the spirit of the game. It's not about all winning in the business, it's in the spirit of the business that we are doing. those are the business groups which stand today tall, which had ethical way of doing business. Move out of box thinking. This is very special. You know the bowlout which happened in 2007 T20 first match between India and Pakistan? What Dhoni did? He sat behind the stumps. What he told, two of the bowlers are unconventional, Sehwag and Uthappa. He told, just hit me. Bowl the ball to my head, to my body. It will hit the stumps. What is the condition? You will be given 5 chances will be given. The bowlers has to hit the stumps. India did all the first 3. Pakistan didn't all the 3. So the out of box thinking is twice. 2 things in this is Dhoni sat behind the stumps. As a wicketkeeper, I know how it is easy for a wicketkeeper to squat and then see the ball. So he did that. And the other thing is he gave unconventional bowlers. Conventional bowlers normally go for a swing and things. So he gave to the 2 unconventional bowlers, Virendra Sehwag and Uthappa. So you may think how it is very tough for him to think. See, the difficulty in cricket is, even in business you have 2 to 3 days time. If my chairperson asks something, madam, can I get a day's time? Here you don't have even 10 minutes time. In between you have to think. So that's what is out of box thinking. You very short time. In T20, 1 over can change the total scenario of the match. So you should always be sharp in your thinking. That's what is out of box thinking, which you have many things in out of box thinking. This is a famous question everybody asks during the interviews and things. So out of box thinking, anytime you have in business, you have out of box thinking. Lot of examples we can say. Nirma is a out of box thinking which came, correct? You know the customer. Karsanbhai know the customer very easily. What they want, they didn't want surf. Surf was the biggest thing. The cost of surf was very high. So they used to have the small detergents. So what he found was a affordable washing powder. This is out of box thinking. Many examples are there in out of box thinking in that way. So this is what it is. So business needs out of box thinking, and within short time. Within short time, the match is over 20-20, 40 overs is done, and it was tied. They go for a bowl out. Within short time, you have to think, understand, and work it out. Think out of box, make life easy for the teammates. It is expected.
I'll share one point here.
Sure.
You said Karsanbhai, in order to bring the cost down, there was exercise if you use power. He didn't use power, he used camels to powder the detergents.
Fantastic.
And so what happened? There was no power, there was no exercise, bring down the cost. Out of the box thinking.
Plenty. That's why today it is a big case study in B schools of Karsanbhai's this one, Nirma. Many things has come. Even during our AL days, how we came the Dost. It all started, we all assembled in La Meridian when Mr. Sheshai was saying, we have to come with some other business, we have to diversify. We are only into trucks and buses. Then it came, that time Tata Motors started with the 1-ton truck. Tata Yes, we call Chennai, correct? Then we told, why shouldn't we come with something different of that type? Then immediately Dr. Swaminathan was there, Dasari was there, they took it, tied up with Nissan, and those has come. Many examples we can say. Out of box thinking, and that's most needed today to beat the competitor. One more video we can see how to be ahead of a competitor in the fields. Talent win games, but teamwork and intelligence win championship. Do you all agree on this?
Yes.
If you have a fantastic team, okay, you can win championship. That you can win businesses, right? What he did in 2008, 3 big great players, Sourav Ganguly, Rahul Dravid and VVS Lakshman. What Dhoni was planning was, in 2008, if you go back to the Australian Tri-Series, India, Sri Lanka and Australia played, first time India won Australia in the first 2 finals, finals itself, where Tendulkar has scored in both the matches, then the new players took the wickets and things. So he started making the team. The reason given was emphasis on fielding abilities. He started making the team. He understood where we are lacking. We had a fantastic batting team, we have a fantastic bowling team. Where we lacked Indians were fielding. So he started concentrating on it. Mahi wanted a young fielding side for the series in 2008. He won both the matches. The first two finals itself he won. You can see today also, go and see in 2008 Australia-India series, tri-series. What he did, he built the team for 2011 World Cup. Even if you see the Mahi film, MS Dhoni, the untold story, he used to build. It's real. If you see the 2000 series, this is the whole team I put in. I could have even put only small thing, but the whole team of 2008, if I put the 2011, 11 out of the 15, the same team played from 2008 to 2011. That means what they made, they gelled between each other. They know the plus and minuses of each and every person. So the 2011 team is not a new team. It is a team, it is a group which started moving together from 2008. 11 out of the 15 players of 2011 squad played in the tri-series. The leaders started building the team ahead. That's what people used to say previously, if you want to prepare for the next Olympics, start from this Olympics. Björn Borg, the other side of tennis, is a legend in Wimbledon. He used to prepare for the Wimbledon months before. If you want to see a documentary there about Björn Borg in the YouTube, you can see that. So, if you want to prepare for winning championships, it's a marathon. You have to it's a team game. Even individuals like Björn Borg takes time to prepare for individual game. For a team game, it is most important. One corporate example which I can give is, you all know this company. 1999 it was only a 9,000 crore company. They call a government company those days. It is not a private sector, it is not a public sector. It's a company owned by financial institutions. Okay. When this guy took, he formed first his team. All these were stalwarts. Fortunate to get mentored by these people. Then today that company is a conglomerate of business. We used to say in L&T we are a Indian multinational. Went across the globe. So the team what he formed, similar to cricket, there is a symbiotic relation between leader and the team performance. You know, he is not a IITian. All others are IITian except one chartered accountant. It's a symbiotic relationship which got formed, and today L&T owes today what it is to this whole team. So that's what the team makes. Same in AL, if you want to say, when Shesh took Dasari into the team, then Dr. Sumantran came into the picture. It was a turnaround in AL's time. Only buses and cars and trucks following a typical Tata Motors principle. It went, and we went international also that time. Okay, so it's a team that makes. So talent win games. Individual, one of the other game it can be won. CSK is another big example, right? 2008 onwards, 5 cup winners, and how many times we went to the finals? They move along with the team. The family moves along with the team, right? Just only one captain right from the beginning. You all know how the captain got selected and how the team got formed. So individuals can win games. If you have seen, many of these 5 times they won, none of them had a purple cap or orange cap from CSK. It's a team game. Same holds good for the West Indies of late 70s and early 80s. All used to take 3 wickets, 4 wickets. None of them used to have 300, 400, 500 wickets. Everybody chips in with 80, 90s. Whether it is Gordon Greenidge, Desmond Haynes, or Wave Richards, or Larry Gomes, or Clive Lloyd, somebody picks and win. And it's the team that wants the win the championship. Individual can win games. So go back to your company and you form team now. If you want to have a bigger business, first invest on the building the team. That's what many companies have done. How you create the board, how you create the top brass, and how you keep them. It was very tough for him to keep this time. You know, the early 2000s, people started, all the good talent started moving out. to the IT. We came with something called as a stock options. Never heard in a industry of this type. When he learned that Narayan Moti's driver is a crorepati, why shouldn't I make it? So the cement business, when it got hived off to AB Birla Group, that percentage of shares converted into fund for the employees to be given the stock options. This whole team did that. Or else you would have got vanished the company. It would have all the good talents would have gone to the IT companies. This is most important today. How to get the best from the young team. Forbes magazine has given certain things. I try to capture both the Forbes magazine's thing and compare with the cricket. Tip for harnessing the young energy. Making them focus on the task in hand. Simple. Give the big picture, but what you have to do today is what you have to keep in. That's what Dhoni did. What Dhoni did to Joginder Singh, he gave the last over to him. There's a story behind that also. I have written a small article on Dhoni's Mahi way. I can send it, you can forward to all the people. Why he gave it to Joginder Singh, and just divert from what we are on the main line is, during 2004 they had a under 19 Pakistan versus India in Kenya. The guy who got out in the last ball, he was playing spin better. That's why he didn't give to Harbhajan, he gave it to Joginder Singh. What he told to Joginder is this: don't think about the runs they need, think about your bowling. If you get hit, don't overthink, just concentrate on the next ball. Whatever be the result, be confident of my support. So what he told was, concentrate each and every ball. Don't worry what is happening. That's what is called focus on the task in hand. What is the task in hand for Joginder? Bowl the next ball better. So this is what has happened on the 20th over. First ball is a wide. If you have seen that, he used to run. After gathering the ball, Dhoni used to go to the next side to talk to Joginder what he has to do. Concentrate in the next ball. Next ball was a maiden ball. Then was a fantastic 6. The next was out. Simple. What you have to do with the youngsters is tell them what the task they have in the hand to focus on till it gets finished, so that they don't get digressed. That's the first point, how to harness the young energy. If you see the young team of T20, the 2000 World Cup, what is the average age? Hardly 24. Who is the highest? Might be Agarkar. None of them is above 30, right? Compared to the same thing, I did a small article in this last T20 team. Only 2 people are below 20. Pity, na? And we think that we are preparing for a big ICC World Cup. That one. See, this is what the all young, fully young, 18, Piyush Chawla. That way. So, to harness the young energy. Today we all say that youngsters are digressed. No, they are more smarter than you and me. The people who passed out from the college, even my son do reverse mentoring to me if something goes wrong in my mobile. Dad, give it to me. 2 minutes he does it. From where he got, I don't know. But that's the energy that they have. If I say, hey, what do you know here? He said, Dad, come on, you don't want, you go to the Samsung guy and get it done. So they have everything. What we don't do is we don't harness that. We always say that youngsters, today's youngsters, normally it all comes from your fathers. Their father used to say, during our school days, during our college days, boss, come out of those things. Okay, these guys are differently skilled. The next thing comes is, be a coach or mentor. What do you have to do? Just harness their skills. What he did, RP Singh, the guy who bowled that last penultimate over, that actually won the match for us. It made life easy for Joginder. He took 12 wickets in 7 matches. Gambhir? He is one of the guy who scored highest runs in both the World Cup of 2007 and 2011. And these 2 peoples, this one, he be a only coach or whatever. He doesn't want to advise anything to Gambhir. Just go and do it. Same to RP Singh. Okay. Always challenge them. Before we go, many people confuse between coach and mentor. What is coaching and what is mentoring? Coaching is something on the technical or functional side. Suppose you are a foundry head, you go and talk to a guy, you know metallurgy better than the guy, you go and coach him. That is, you tell what is the octectic point, how it should come without any error when you do the pouring, those things. That you do coaching on the technical front. Mentoring is developing on the personality. When Tendulkar started batting in 1989, he used to play uppish in the square of the wickets. Gavaskar used to say, put your head down so that the ball goes on the ground. That's coaching. Mentoring is when you get all the laurels, how to be in the ground. That is shaping a leader. That's what is mentoring. So if you do coaching and mentoring to the youngsters, that's enough. They will do all what you want. Next is challenge. That's what he challenged Uthappa and Sehwag in the bowl out. Boss, can you do it? Uthappa is not a bowler. Sehwag used to bowl sometime. Never have you seen, even in Ranji Trophy, I read those cricket bus. Nowhere I have seen Uthappa bowling during in a Ranji Trophy. But he challenged him. You think yourself in Dhoni's shoes, how you would have given a ball to Uthappa? If it has failed, what would happen? People will say, come on, yaar, Uthappa is not a bowler. How Dhoni can give this to Uthappa? Right? The next day, all the newspapers would have tarnished, that too against Pakistan. If India loses to Pakistan, that's it, gone. The captain has to immediately surrender. That's what. What would happen? So that's what he challenged. The last is, give criticism to youngsters, but constructive. If I say to my son, boss, you are doing good, everything, but they don't take criticism directly. The young generation take it. I won't use the word criticism, it would have been a feedback, a constructive feedback. You tell them, they take it beautifully. So, going back to all the 4 points, what you need to harness the young energy is, ask them to focus what they have in hand. Next, be a coach or mentor. Challenge them. Offer constructive criticism. So you will win. They will do everything for you. Simple. You don't have to do anything better than that. Again, I put the young team. Successful test captains. Can you name whom according to you is a successful test captain? Asaruddin. Saurav Ganguly. Apart from India also you can say. Outside. Clive Lloyd. Ricky Ponting. Ajinkya Rahane. Good. Mike Brearley. Yes. Okay, we'll see the statistics. Matches, won, lost, draw, win versus loss ratio. I also got struck after seeing the statistic, you know. You told Ricky Ponting, yes, 3. 48 won, 16 lost. 48 upon 16 is 3. Okay, 48 divided by 16. Then Clive Lloyd, 36-12, 3. Dhoni, 27-18, 1.5. We all miss this guy, right? 41-9 only. It was a very tough time for him to take captaincy. Correct? The glorious Chappell brothers, after that Kim Hughes came as a captain and vanished. Then it was after 87, then Alan Border was there. The team also, Australia didn't have a big team. Then Taylor came. Mark Taylor took the captaincy. After that it was Steve Waugh who built the huge Australian test captaincy. They continuously won matches before VVS Lakshman and Dravid played the spoil sport for them in Eden Gardens. So 4.55, who is near to him? Viv Richards 3.37, next to him. Clive Lloyd, Ricky Ponting. Even Graeme Smith would have been somewhere else, 1.82. He was the youngest test captain who 100 matches and above. He was the only test captain to be more than 100 matches. But still he couldn't. Taking that into consideration, what made Steve Waugh the leader? He had many match winners, Glenn McGrath, Shane Warne, Mark Waugh, Ricky Ponting was flourishing under him, the fantastic batting top, bowling, and he had a fantastic wicket-keeping batsman called Adam Gilchrist.
Even his brother
Mark Waugh, fantastic fielder, and he had a very good fielding team. The Australians were, you won't see Australia leaving any catches those days. Right? Fantastic one-day chaser, we call. Andrew Simons was there. So you all pick up. Who developed them?
And Glenn McGrath.
So what he did, it is leader's attitude. His attitude is always different. When they won the World Cup, when Gibbs spilled the catch, what he told? He went, the South African Gibbs spilled the catch during the semi-final. You will drop the World Cup. He was so confident. His attitude was so confident that he will go to the finals and win the World Cup. So the leader's attitude on and off the field. On the cricket field, you have seen Steve Waugh. On the other side, when I say, you'll be really startled. On and off the field is contagious. As a leader, exhibit it but don't flaunt it. His real mantra is that. Exhibit it. When you wear those green baggy cap with the whites, he's a real captain. He wants what it wants from the people on that. So that's what he says, successful in the history, 72% with record win. Attitude is contagious. He says, it defines you. As a leader, I was careful how I came across, but I was equally clear every member of the team need to display the right attitude. One of the matches when the pitch is not conducive, he dropped Shane Warne. Can this happen in India? When Ashwin is dropped, what is, everybody started speaking, right? Right? More than winning, however, Waugh was known for his uncompromising attitude. He is ruthless. Whether Shane Warne or his own brother Mark Waugh or Ricky Ponting, boss, you are here to do the job. And he was fair, meaning mentally. During Waugh's time, there was not much of a, what we call, controversies plus what they do Australians normally in the pitch. He did it. He doesn't believe in that. Your bat and your ball and your hands should speak. In the fielding, you take the catches. During batting, your bat should speak. During bowling, in one of the matches in West Indies, McGrath used to sledge Tendulkar. After that, in 1 over, McGrath was beaten. He hit like anything by Tendulkar. You can see today also this. I love to see every time when I am down on that. But it was not under Steve Waugh. As Steve Waugh, then you would have go up to McGrath and say, please concentrate on your bowling. What he did off the pitch, you all know. With Mother Teresa, he worked. In one of the interviews, Navjot Singh Sidhu, he was a filthily rich person, and cricket also he earned a lot. So he went to missionary charity of Mother Teresa to donate. Mother Teresa was not in her office, she was just one street behind. It has to pass through a gully. That gully, it was stench, because the other side she was treating people with leprosy. Very tough. They used to ooze out with all the blood and other things. He covered his nose and he went inside. He told to Mother Teresa, oh, what you want I can give. She told simple one thing, can you be with these people for one day? Tough, right? Money you can splurge. She says, I have enough money across the globe, I get it. Can you spend? These people need compassion. They want people to speak to them. Steve Waugh did that. Not only here, across Australia. Today people speak. He doesn't have much time to come to the commentary box and do the commentary and earn money. He gives back to the society. That's what we say. There are examples are that Tendulkar runs a big school there, people do a lot of philanthropy. But it's not only giving that money, sitting with those people who needs your respect, who needs soft words, towering personality, on and off the field. On the field, number of matches won versus lost. When I was reading his book, you all read his autobiography. You need not to purchase it. You can go and get it on a rent and you can read and give it back. Worth reading that. He was the leader of that time. When he started, he was very mild. He didn't show off or do anything. During 87 World Cup, he was the first person to start bowling slow. He and Simon O'Donnell in 87. Short runner with the slower ones. Very smart cricketer, useful bat guy, and a fantastic fielder. Slowly he became the leader. So this is a leader's attitude. We talked about attitude in the first. Leader's attitude. Why Tendulkar cannot be spoken here as a leader's attitude? I am not against Tendulkar or against it. He was a fantastic cricketer, batsman. In one of the matches between India and Sri Lanka in Guwahati, the pitch was very rough. He says, we'll place again, we'll chase. They said, in the second innings, it will totally get out. The pitch will get worse. He scored 60, the whole team couldn't, none of them could get more than a single digit, double digit in that way. So it's not a leader's attitude. You can play, but can others play? So you have to think from the team's angle. Get the best. How many of them, what are got the strengths? That's what is goes in the business also. The business, today it has become very important. They call CSR, then they call BRSR today. Business Responsibility Sustainability Reporting. It has become compulsory for all the top 1000 listed companies to have. There are some 8 principles have been given. Tomorrow, companies will be trading on carbon. We call carbon credits. You generated power, you use the power, but today in our engineering unit in Tiruvallur, we use windmill power. So we say we are carbon positive on that. So the BRSR which has come into the business is how you do the business, how ethically you do, how you support the society. Same Steve Watt did. He's starting supporting the society. Even now he is supporting. It's not that even somewhat a developed country like Australia also needs people. It's called Udayan. A charity takes of children's parents suffering from leprosy. What took the responsibility of funding the young girls? The picture of an Australian asking support from people, support him like anything. He's a leader, right? The attitude of the leader on the honor of the field. He could have very well taken the mic and moving across the globe, giving commentary, giving his own experiences, teaching in B schools. But he is busy doing something needed for the society. That's what companies also. You earn profit, but today it has become a reality. When we were in the Tata Steel days, every officer has to spend 2 days under the CSR. We will be reporting to the CSR team. Whatever you are. We used to go to the villages where we used to have eye checking, we used to do the cataract operations there, sit with them, eat what they give the villagers. Whatever they give, rice mixed with water and other things we used to have 2 days. That gives a huge thing for us. When you see those people having those difficulties, in one of the new Tamil films it has also been projected, right? So that gives what we have to do for the society, right? So that makes a leader's attitude. Leading from the front. What comes to your mind? Lot of examples will be there. Today, cricket has become a big religion in India because of that one thing. This guy led from the front. You all seen that movie, 1983? This match you all know? As an avid cricketer, we are having a match between us and our next neighboring colony. I was doing a leg umpire. I was sitting in the leg umpire. I used to have the transistor in my hand. It was 17 for 5. We all switched off. To be very frank, I switched off. And we started playing. And those days there was no direct this one. Commentary used to come in Madras B, we used to call in the transistor. We used to put. Then 7 o'clock news, still India is playing. I told, what nonsense is there? Then people ask, hey, is it right what I was saying? Yes. This is what he did. Can you put that video? It's worth listening to it.
A couple of days before, we celebrated the 40th year of our victory.
Yes.
June 18th.
Of this innings. listen to this video, it's very interesting.
With India 9 for 4 against Zimbabwe, there followed 175 of the most glorious runs from the captain.
That Zimbabwe match was one match where entire team start feeling, yes, we can be in top 4 teams and on given day we can beat anybody.
They almost got knocked out early on by Zimbabwe and probably would have been knocked out playing on a green top pitch in one of the country grounds. And in comes Kapil Dev, I think we were 5 done for 17 or something. And he comes in and smashes 170. Again, had they lost that match, would they have got to the final?
That inning gave the team a reassurance, yes, we have the ability and we can win against any circumstances, or we can bounce back from any place, any situation.
A lovely sight here with those rhododendrons in full bloom. As Rawson comes into Kapil Dev, who has 99. This one nudged out the offside to go through for the single. And he's got it. And there's going to be applause from...
So this match, today we are talking about cricket is because of that. It actually changed how Indians thought about winning outside. I really say 17 for 5, I never thought it will go to this extent. Then after that with Roger Binney and Syed Kirmani, the partnership went on, and that's what made people feel, yes, we can win. If you see the scorecard here, it is abyss. Sunil Gavaskar, Krish Srikanth, Mohinder Ahmad was in form in this series, Sandeep Patil, Yashpal Sharma. Then came the 175 with Roger Binney 22, Ravi Shastri also gone, then Madan Lal 17 and 24 with Syed Kirmani. You've seen that film, it was real. Gavaskar used to come with the glass of water at the end. He used to play with that mongoose bat, which later in the IPL was used by Matthew Hayden. So he was bludgeoning. That's what this innings really was the turning point for Indian cricket. Or else today it would have been like another hockey. The game would have been like hockey. We would not be following cricket as a religion. So this changed really. After that we went on to win the 1983 World Cup. So the leading from the front. Another best example we can give. Other thing what we can say is 2011 when Muttiah Muralidharan was bowling, Dhoni came to bat. He was not in form. Many people thought it would have been, when I was seeing live, I thought Yuvraj should come. Even I telling him, not nonsense here, he will come and spoil the whole thing. That was also leading from the front, but none can compare with this. Staying ahead of your opposition. Leading from the front, how it's important in your business also, right? Every walks of life, how you lead from the front. When it wants, as a manager, as a leader, you should be in the front. Then people always will follow. They look upon you. They look you as a hero. He was a real hero after this match. Staying ahead of your opposition. Yeah, this is a fantastic video. If you listen to it, it will be. Can you get that video?
You've had your highs and your lows, and you've been absolutely magnificent right through. How does one get up off the deck when things aren't going well?
I would like to share one experience with you here. It's a funny story, but completely out of the box, which we hadn't tried, and it did wonders for our team. We were playing against New Zealand, and Chris Keynes was bowling. This was in India, in in Mohali, so in your hometown. It was the ball was reverse swinging, and Chris Gaines was virtually beating us 2-3 times an over. I was batting with Rahul Dravid, so the main batters were batting. We'd like to believe that we were the main batters. And we were getting beaten, and we were sort of clueless because we couldn't see the shine. Sometimes the surfaces are such that it becomes a little difficult to figure out which side is the shiny side and which is the rough side. I expect all you guys to know what reverse swing is. Reverse swing is wherever the shiny side is, the ball starts to go in that direction. Even if the bowler wants the ball to go in the opposite direction, it will not go because of the imbalance and the surface of the ball. So Chris had started doing that, and I met with Rahul in the middle of the wicket, in the middle of the over. I said, I've got an idea. And he said, do you want to share it now or after the over? I said, I'll share with you after the over, but it can work. So Rahul said, okay, tell me now, what is your idea? I said to Rahul, I am closer to the bowler, and when he's walking back on the runner, I need to stand here. When he's walking back onto his runner, I would be watching him closely, and I'd be watching the ball. Which side is the shiny side and which side is the rough side? So Rahul said, then what happens after that? I said, whichever side is the shiny side, I will hold the bat in that hand. If he's going to bowl an outswinger, the bat is going to be in my left hand. If he's bowling in swinger, the bat is in my right hand at the non-striker's end. So that's the only time in my career when the batsman is ready to face the ball. He's not watching the bowler, he's watching the bat in my hand. So he's
very good.
So Rahul is watching me, and suddenly you see a couple of cover drives being hit for boundaries, and on drives passing piercing mid-wicket and mid-on, and Chris is like wondering, these guys were getting beaten a couple of times every over, and suddenly I'm giving away a couple of boundaries. There's definitely something wrong. So all the fielders were watching. I was, watching Chris and not Rahul. And normally no batsman stands facing the bowler. He would be like facing the other batter. And then I would quickly change the bat, and by then they had sort of figured out that there is something fishy. And Chris lost his momentum, he lost his rhythm, and he held the ball cross seam, and he bowled the ball, and instead of looking at Rahul or checking what has happened there, he looks at me and I said, what have you got for this? Chris didn't realize that I had also warned Rahul that if I don't know what is coming, I'm going to hold the bat in the middle. So that is how the story goes. So it's just, in short, it's just being a step ahead of your opposition.
A step ahead of opposition. If you see the match, how it poised, if you see the first innings, what Indian 83 all out. The reverse swing played havoc in the Indian batting, and they did 215. Then the second innings is most important. These two guys, they deciphered what is the real trick, and they worked it out. And see Dravid and Tendulkar. The match was drawn, but they identified what was really going on. I read this his autobiography of Swaminathan. I was really found what it is. And that again I read again and again what would have been. Then I saw this video. I say it's really different. Cricket is not only a game; it's a techniques. It's pure technique. How to work it out, what it is. It has also, you see way in which Dravid plays the ball in the technically good way. Rahane, you could have seen in the last this one, how the people play when the ball is swinging. If you don't have a good technique, what will happen? People like Comblies will come and they go immediately. He didn't have the technique to play the uprising ball or a bouncer or a short ball, correct? Raina couldn't play. Even Travis has been found same way. Moeen Ali doesn't have the technique to play the short ball. Okay, so it's a technique which they found it. So to staying ahead of your opposition, plenty of examples are in the business world. If you want to be ahead of your opposition, what you have to do. From the IT companies we can say, from the manufacturing companies we can say, how fast you are going to come with a product. You might be a pioneer, it can be duplicated, but how you are staying ahead of your opposition. That is what the successful company. How Jio took the market away. They didn't do any advertisement. What they did, they gave the money into the customer's pocket. The ad money has been given to the pocket of the customers. How you come with a product which the customers need, staying ahead of your opposition. I didn't find a better example than this. Many examples we can say staying ahead of the opposition, but taking the situation of the match into consideration. Had these people not deciphered the reverse swing, the match would have gone. It is in Mohali. Mohali is considered to be the Indian Perth of India. Okay. Then come with the last. Any example? Don't lose until it is finished in toto. I was watching this match live. I switched off my TV after Tendulkar got out. That match he came 2 down. Another memorable win in 2002, July 13. You all know this? Okay. I was just watching this match live, and the way in which Teshkotik and Nazir Hussain took the match away from the Indians, scoring some 300 plus, and the way in which Nazir Hussain asked his bowler to bowl negative line to Tendulkar, and when Tendulkar got out, I switched off the TV and fine. Then after those days, Star Movies used to give some good movies in the night. So I want to see the movie, and then I saw what's happening here. Then we saw 11 runs to win. That's what has happened. It's remarkable comeback. Even in one of this one, people asked Saurav Ganguly also, did you really think that India will win the match? But the way in which Yuvraj and Mohammad Kaif took it until it is finished in toto. Even in one of the match, Srinath and Kumble played the innings and they won for India. It happened. Even in one West Indies, they have done it same way. The last tailenders have done it. Even in 1979 World Cup, Murray and Roberts used to play. Even the first match between India and West Indies, the commentators used to say, the last wicket they made some 40 runs odd. And again Ravi Shastri came and Kirmani used to do the stumping. So nothing till the last ball is bowled. Same thing, Colonel Sanders is an excellent case study, KFC. Age of 65 failed 1009 times before succeeding. Fine, gentlemen. Hope I tried to collect some of the incidents in the cricket field. Now it is upon you to question me, check it up. There's plenty of things are available. If you go each and every match, we can see on that. Even in the latest IPL, the way in which Dhoni got out of the opposition, he used to keep how he got out the Kiran Pollard in both 2011 and 2017 matches. Okay. It's all technique which we can gain by seeing that, feeling that, practice in our daily life, of course in business also. It all holds good. The difference between cricket and business is, business you have time, cricket you don't have time. 5-day matches, yes, you have 5 days. Those days we used to have something called as a rest day. Still you can strategize, or somebody is not feeling well, they can come back on that. But T20 is very fast, right? You have, in seconds you have to be very sharp. That's why captains like Dhoni are flourishing in T20. Take back to the Champions Trophy in 2013. It became a T20 match, right? I was watching live, it was very early morning in India, and again when he gave the ball to Ishant Sharma, yeah, what nonsense, yeah, this guy has been belted like anything, and he took 2 wickets. The match turned, both Morgan and Bopara got out, caught by Ashwin, both of them, and the match turned. Even if you go back and see the commentary, Harsha Bhogle used to taunt. He comes with something different. He didn't say he's lunatic, the words were that way only. But when it won, right? Within the short time, what he played was, he played against the minds of Ian Morgan. He thought Ishant Sharma is not his day, so I can hit. When he hit, those loose shots, it went. It went into the hands of Ashwin. Again, when Ashwin came near the leg umpire, Bopara hit that short ball. It went into the hands of Ashwin. That's it, the match turned on. Then he kept the spinners, both Ravindra Jadeja and Ashwin, for the last 19 and 20th over and bundled the match. Fraction of second, the match. Everybody might have thought England is going to walk away with the trophy. Till that over, that one over made the change. So that's what is all business is all about. Business is you have some time, but many times when you are in marketing, you don't have time. Not only that, in HR also, when you go for campus recruitments, when you have to get a 0 day, you want to get the cream of the cream people, you should be very fast in getting decisions. Those are days when we are doing campus recruitment, companies like Yahoo, those people, they used to get it 0 day in colleges. We used to say, we used to have good pay package. If you don't give 0 day, I will not come. Play against them. Then they give it to us. So it's all strategy. How fast you are thinking. And this is from the game of why we selected cricket, because it is a fast game. And today T20 you don't have much time to think. Even Hansi Kronier tried once to get information from the pavilion in 1998 World Cup, first match between India. Used to have a ear speaker inside and used plastered. Ganguly said, what you are speaking to yourself? Then they opened it out. Even here, Steve Smith used to see for going for the referral. Unethical, right? But that's the spirit competition. It talks about the competition. Same holds good in his business world. Different from that. At what rate you are going to do is most important. If somebody comes before you, he is going to get the market totally out, right? So that's what I want to bring it to you all. Thanks for your time, and I hope you all enjoyed it. So your feedback is most yeah.
Excellent.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. You don't want to note, I can send the presentation to you all. Yeah, you got some questions. Yeah, first we'll one by one. Hope the mic is working. You can give it. Yeah.
There is another thing called persistence.
Yes.
Persistence. Again, I am taking cricket as an example. India was touring to South Africa for the first time. India was the first country to go to South Africa and play cricket. That was the first match, and Alan Donald was there, fiery bowling, Praveen Amre and Kiran Murray. These two were batting. Praveen Amre scored a century in that match. It was a debut match.
Debut century.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's a debut century.
Yeah. And they played almost 12 overs, maiden overs between them.
Yes.
That was a drawn match. That is the reason is persistence.
Agreed. Oh, fantastic. I'll add it into my next presentation. Thanks. That's how we get all the information. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We have lost the WC, the World Test Championship recently. What do you think of dropping Ravindra Ashwin? He is a pro and he has proved time and again. If Ravindra Ashwin would have been included, India would have been won the same. So what is your take on that?
Yeah, I agree with you. This thing is not only on the pitch or supporting spin. Ashwin's bowling to a left-hand batsman. What really changed the match? It was equal except for the partnership between Smith and Head, Travis Head, right? Had he taken Travis Head, match, India would have pocketed the match. Simple. So that's what Ashwin comes into the picture, taking the key wickets of the left-hand batsman. Australia had a lineup of 4 left-hand batsmen. Non-playing Ashwin is a real mistake. Even 1 wicket, that's enough. The wicket of Travis Head, Steve Smith was only, he would be battling one side, we would have ran through the other side of it. Okay. So that's most important. So how to check? That's what Steve Watt did. He dropped once one also. He says, boss, this is not intended. In one of the match, Mike Brearley is a very shrewd captain. There's a match between England and Pakistan. Javed Mianar was a prolific scorer those days. Botham was not in full form, but he used Botham to take Javed Mianar's wicket. Botham is a very smart cricketer. He bowled 2 outswingers. Javed Mianar hit 2 boundaries. Third ball was another outswinger, late outswinger, caught Bob Taylor, bowled Botham. After that, he didn't give ball to Botham at all. The rest, Willis did it. So, coming to your question, yes, how to use the strength of the person. Ashwin bowling to left-handers should have been utilized.
Is it the end of road of for Ashwin?
Surely not. He is going to West Indies. He is going to West Indies. He is playing on that. See, even the last WTC, Ashwin, though he played.
Is he willfully neglected by the management?
See, we can't say that within the this one, what you call the dressing room. The dressing room doesn't, what decision they take, it don't come out, except for those players 15 knows it, and the coach. Okay, what they took it was they want to be very strong on the batting. That's the intention. Why Shardul Thakur? Why they have not taken the best outswinger and swinging bowler Bhuvneshwar Kumar in both the WTC finals? Okay, that's the decision which the management, they use not in the playing 15 also. Then in the 11 is Durkiba. So Shardul Thakur, they want to keep the batting and they want to think that ball will swing, so Shardul Thakur can swing and he can bat also. Unfortunately, Yadav didn't live to his expectation. Umesh Yadav. Okay, so it happens, but we can't say whether it is right or wrong. But yes, what they could have taken a lesson from the previous World Championship. What Kohli did was he didn't play before last WTC final with New Zealand. We had 3 matches with England. None of the 3 matches Ashwin was poor. Ashwin didn't get the acclimatization, didn't agree acclimatized to the English conditions. He was asked to play in the WTC final. Of course, he took 4 wickets. That's a different story. So, what is most important is you go before and you start playing, practicing. What 83 World Cup, if you see in that film also it has said, people went ahead, they got practiced. Those days they used to have some practice matches also. That's most important. See, 2 things is, one is on your technical skills and things, mentally how you are used to the conditions and how you are on the day of the morning match. If you read the book of Tendulkar's autobiography, the match between India and Pakistan, Pakistan scored 271. You know the /6 uppercut. In that match, what he did after Pakistan's innings, they were all celebrating, almost celebrating. With Waqar Yunus, Wasim Akram and Shoaib Akhtar's bowling, surely 217 was a big score. It is used to look like 350. That's what Tendulkar did, he made his mentally prepared. He went to the bowl of ice cream, had it, he didn't have anything hi-fi. Then he told, I'll peacefully sleep. When the umpires go, please allow me to go inside. He was mentally clear what he has to do. That 90 odd runs really turned. If you see the interview of Wasim Akram, he told the first 15 overs we lost. He told the first 15 overs, Indian took the match away from the. Shoaib Akhtar didn't bowl the next over. After he was hit for 18 runs, he went and told Wasim Akram, I will not bowl. So, you play on the opponent's mind, right? That's most important. So, had Ashwin been there, he would have, the Australians would have got into a check. That's also most important. If you ask Sunil Gavaskar, he told after the 83 this one, they asked, why you do that walk? He says, have to face people like Andy Roberts, Malcolm Marshall, Joel Garner. If I go with the drooping shoulders, they get the upper hand. If I go with my chin up and my chest up, they think this guy is something different. They all know my. Okay. So you play on the minds of the people. So it is on the ground how you play with the minds of the people. It's all holds good in the business also. When you go with the negotiation, okay, how you well prepared for your negotiation. When you are a procurement guy or even HR, it holds good on the negotiation. You are going to take the best guy in the market. So it's how your body language speaks. It is most important here. How you are mentally sound, and it holds good big in the cricket field. That's what Djokovic takes the test to the 5th set. Any 5th set, Djokovic you can't beat. Is mentally sound. Yes, sir.
You mentioned about the 2013 championship. After that, if you look at for the last 10 years, it's with so many good qualities, etc. They are yet to win even one championship. What is it that is lacking in the last 10 years?
Fantastic. This is the 4th session I am doing. In all the 4 sections, this question has come. Okay. We don't have something called the killer instinct. See, you have to prepare yourself for big ICC matches. It's not like your IPL or your test match or your normal ODI. Mentally, you should be prepared. If you see the 2008 team, what Dhoni did for preparation of 2008 started in 2008. Even in this WTC, this one, Australian, except Warner, nobody played IPL, correct? They were all in this sponsorship. If you notice this IPL, except David Warner, all the Australians went back to Australia preparing themselves mentally and physically for this WTC. That's the importance that they gave. After 2013, that championship, you have seen we have gone to the semi-finals, we have gone to the finals also, but to make it the championship win, okay, there's something you need on extra stretch that you have to do. That killer instinct is most important. That is what is lacking. What we need to just mentor those people to that. How in 83 also we won? It is a paltry 183 runs. What has gone inside? Chalo, but it is very tough. We make them tough to get that. After the first 3 to 4 wickets, then they took. That's what has happened in any of the finals you see in the World Cup, whether it is a T20 World Cup or the 50 overs or this cricket, this one also. You need to catch the opportunity that you get. Opportunity knocks, very rare. Catch that and then put the pressure on the opponents. That's what we are lacking. Yes, they need to be prepared. Mentally you need to prepare them. Even in business world, if you are going for a Deming assessment or any assessment, HR excellence we call, anything, the winner and the next, there's a huge difference. How they prepare themselves is most important. That's what today what happens, when we had the Pantanagar plant done in Ashok Leyland, I told Mr. Dasri, why don't you put a basketball court there? He told why it is, de-stress yourself. Sir, when you de-stress yourself, how Sri Lankans won the 96 World Cup, what they did the day previous, they didn't practice cricket. All the people went on doing only shopping. You listen to Arjuna Ranatunga, he told the same thing. Cricket comes when it comes on the ground. Let you listen. So, how you are mentally prepared, what it is, plus the goal setting. The goal should be very clear. I want to achieve this. And something which you all should know, everybody, it is visualization and affirmations we call. Okay, visualization is holding the cup in your hand and being there. That is what Kapil Dev visualized himself. On the Lord's balcony, he wants to hold the cup. And affirmations is what you want to do on a positive. It keeps your energy up. Anything which goes down, it goes in negative, you're mentally off, right? That's what is most important. All the winners, if you read, whether it is business world or it is in the sports arena or in entertainment anywhere, they all are very clear on their goal, what they visualize themselves and they affirm themselves every time. When we want to recruit the best of the best people and the critical, I do that I affirm, yes, I will get that person. Even I used to put in my mobile that WhatsApp, the position what I want to recruit is named in that. 98 to 99%, yes, I used to get them on board. That means I already visualized him to be in that position. I given the position designation also. For example, if I want to take my previous company, a President Civil Projects, I wrote his name and put President Civil Projects, even the first time when he came for interview. And it went off 4 levels of interview, negotiations, getting him on board, everything. It's a huge thing. That I put the affirmation is very clear and visualize this guy sitting in that chair there. That's it. Automatically everything will happen.
I think the first time we have to forcibly close the seminar. That shows how interesting topic it is. As a procedural, we would like to felicitate our dynamic speaker, Mr. Swaminathan. Now request our Mr. Varadarajan sir, first chairman, IIF Chennai chapter, to facilitate him with the Angastram. Sir, I will request our Mr. Govindarajan, we fondly call him as MGR, our national member, to facilitate a speaker with memento.
He is my college.
Oh, that's great. Thank you, sir.
Pleasure talking to you all.
Thank you. Gentlemen, we had very interesting seminar and the speaker has literally brought, I think, lot of history movements in front of our eyes and he could connect very well, I think many of things which I don't know and he gone to the level of even showing the scorecards. I don't know how much time he has spent. It shows his passion towards the cricket and the management lessons. We should give a very big applause to him. I really felt that we are going a very short time. That's why he has to cut short many things. Otherwise, he would have gone and in deeper also. We also witnessed very active participation from the members, since it is a very, very interesting topic with a lot of active participation, which is very rare to see in many seminars. We are sure that seminars have given a lot of takeaways and which will be useful for your day-to-day activities. We would like to thank our speaker of day, Mr. M. Swaminathan, for taking his busy scheduled time and giving us enriched with his knowledge. And further, we would like to thank all the members from IIF and MMA who took pain to come all the way here and participating in person. And I am sure that it is this time what you spend is worth for your time. We from Chennai chapter is conducting regular programs in terms of webinars as well as the technical programs regularly. We will be informing on time to time. We request you to attend regularly and give us much more motivation. We also request you to debut your team members so that we get motivated to do a lot of programs. We also have small announcement. We have been doing this. We also have a Chennai chapter has got a YouTube channel. All our important programs we are uploading. You can subscribe the channel. It is IIF Chennai chapter. If you search it, it will be available. You will also be enriched with the knowledge. Thanks everyone. Once again, looking forward to see you for our upcoming programs. And now we request you to join for our dinner. The dinner is served in the next room. You can pick up and sit here and enjoy the dinners. Thank you very much.